Up next here on Prime News Paris is Truth or Fake, and I'm joined in the studio by Kathleen Marchand de Abreu. Good to see you, Catalina. So today, the White House has claimed this week that the Biden administration was planning to spend $50 million to send condoms to Gaza. Please tell us more about this.
That's right. This claim was first made on January 28th by the White House Press Secretary Caroline Leavitt, who claimed that the Trump administration had just stopped millions of dollars, 50 to be exact, in funding by the Biden administration for condoms to be sent to Gaza. Let's take a listen to her statement.
Condoms in Gaza. That is a preposterous waste of taxpayer money. So that's what this pause is focused on, being good stewards of tax.
So just to quickly summarize what we just heard her saying, referring to Elon Musk's DOJ, Department of Government Efficiency, and the Office of Management and Budget, OMB, also found that there was about 50 million taxpayer dollars that went out the door to condoms in Gaza. A prosperous waste of taxpayer money, as we just heard her say, without offering any further evidence to back up this claim. One of the examples that she gave to justify Donald Trump's temporary 90-day freeze on federal aid, including foreign aid, an order that was blocked by a general judge. A story that was quickly amplified by Elon Musk himself on X. He says the tip of the iceberg, sharing this claim by Autism Capital and by dozens of other pro-Trump users on X in a post that's been seen over 52 million times on X, and amplified even further by President Donald Trump speaking at the White House on Wednesday. Let's take a listen to what he said.
In that process, we identified and stopped $50 million being sent to Gaza to buy condoms for Hamas. 50 million. And you know what's happened to them? They've used them as a method of making bombs. How about that?
So Donald Trump doubles down on the claims first made by his White Press House secretary, further adding that Hamas used these condoms as a method of making bombs. So how about that?
Catalina, I want to know more about this story. What have you found regarding these claims?
The White House has given no evidence of such spending forecasts by the Biden administration, as we said, while former Biden employees that were involved in Israeli and Palestinian affairs, such as Andrew Miller, told the Times of Israel he describes the White House's recent statements as outlandish. He explains that it's possible that 50 million would be sent for sexual health and something like that, but certainly not just for condoms. So while it's difficult to determine if this was even planned by the Biden administration, figures from the American International Humanitarian Organization, known as USAID, show us that the numbers shared by the Trump administration are greatly exaggerated based on the expenses on this subject that were made in previous years. The latest report here from 2023, an overview of contraceptive and condom shipments from the U.S. shows that 2023, the global amount for sending condoms that is shown here in red did not even exceed $10 million annually since 2017. So the amount of aid for condoms represented only 8.5 million to be exact, according to this data. None that went to the Middle East, and therefore none that went to Gaza, according to this official data. Hence, we clearly determined that the claims were fake.
And Catalina, tell us about this claim that Trump has been making that the condoms are being used by Hamas to make explosives.
That's right. Following this recent announcement made by Donald Trump, many accounts have been sharing this explosive claim that the condom shipment to Gaza was intended to help Hamas, who used the condoms to make explosives, some claiming that the Biden administration was going to fund terrorism. And this post seen over 1.5 million times on X. And over the years, it seems that Israeli media has reported on this in the past. Here's a recent example from the Israeli Hayom newspaper from Tuesday, whom published this headline in English that reads, State Department ends Gaza program that Hamas used for explosive condoms. While we have other examples from 2018 from the Times of Israel, as well from 2020 from the Jerusalem Post, where they say that condoms have become a weapon against Israel. 2 years of explosive condoms launched from Gaza towards Israel have left the IDF perplexed. So even though we have no further proof on this method that claimed by Israel that is used by Hamas, mentioned over the years by Israel, we can certainly say that these condoms have never been funded by the U.S. humanitarian aid organizations. If you want proof of this yourself, the USAID website provides full access to the reports on the shipments of condoms since 2007, which is the rise of Hamas to power, where so far none of these reports mention any shipment of condoms to Gaza or the Middle East or the West Bank.
Catalina, it's really great to have your analysis there. really important to break down those kind of stories for us. Catalina Marchand-Deabreu with our daily Truth or Fake segment. I'm going to move on. It's